Alrighty, Dogecoin fam. How we doing? We're up 28% on the day, stealing Shiba's thunder here. Shib down 14% to 6,800 Shibs or Shibbles. It's kind of a classic dogfight today. We had a huge market crash, a very quick rebound, and Doge trying to break 3,000 again here. I think a lot of people are calling for 88 cents Doge, $1 Doge. We shall see. Can she breach 1 penny? Maybe. Probably not. It would be a very big market cap, but who knows these days. If you're just coming into the stream, hit the likes. If you're a Dogecoin fan, hit the likes. If you're a Shib fan, hit the likes. We're covering both coins here tonight. The chart looks bullish for both still. Shib looks pretty bullish. Doge looks even more bullish. Some big names like the Three Arrows Capital founder Su Zhu calling for an 88 cent Doge. Calio, the big famous trader from the first DeFi summer run, he's calling for $1.46 Doge. His charts are looking like that. So, you know, some very bullish signals and some very big brain traders calling for some very lofty numbers for Doge. So, you know, is this the rotation play? We shall see. We shall see how this plays out. But just to be safe, bought into a little Doge today, pretty much flat on where I was. Completely got rugged by Coinbase yesterday, trying to put money in to buy Doge and Rari, and both of those are up hugely today. So thank you, Coinbase, for holding my funds from myself, from my own account. Yeah, I finally got those about 15 hours too late. Doge ran up 27%, Rari ran up 20%. Those are the buys that I was looking to buy, and of course they blasted off from there. But you know, we'll say we'll just keep trying with the Coinbase Pro, and I'll just keep kicking myself doing that over and over until I move platforms. Yeah, it's going to be a good night. We're going to cover Doge, do a little TA. I'm going to fix the stream here, but hit those likes if you could as you come in. And yeah, you'll see me try to figure out how to do YouTube. YouTube Creator Studio. My biggest enemy. Can't figure it out. Let me know where you're watching from in the chat. Flying blind right now. Got to open up my... Alright, we got a couple watching here. Creator Studio. Okay. Alright, how we doing, everybody? Just going to fix the stream real quick here, put in the tag so people can see. If you could hit those likes, that would be huge. Let me know if you're holding any Doge, what you guys bought in at. There we go, figured out the video details there. We're good to go. Alright, Doge at 29 cents, just about to break 30 cents here. Kind of been playing with that number all day long, with the exception of the huge Bitcoin flash crash today, where it went down to about, I think, 27 or so, 28. But yeah, rebounding pretty nicely after that. No need for the weekly chart. I don't know what we're doing there. Alrighty, look at the 4 hour here. 4 hour looks pretty gross. All right, that is a sick wick there. All right, hit those likes as you come in. We got a couple viewers now. We're on the 1 minute chart here, checking out the Dogecoin. Alrighty. So Doge, the OG dog coin, stealing Shiba's thunder today. How is everyone's bag looking this evening? Do we have some Doge holders in the chat? Let me know. Let me know how much Doge you're holding when you got in, what your situation looks like, and yeah, we got some big movers today. Loop Ring up about 43%, Decentraland 21% on the day. Rari 20%, Matic 17%. Was trying to buy myself some Rari yesterday, but Coinbase was down and didn't let me have my own funds. Got an email today saying they completely screwed up, but you know, it would have been nice to have that 20% bump there. All right, we got a big green candle for Doge here. Hit those likes as you come in if you could. Got a couple likes. And we got Facebook. Big news from Facebook today. They are now Meta for some reason. Alrighty, let me know who's in the who's watching, where you're watching from. I got Dogecoin making a move here. Let's get above 30 cents. We got a lot of people calling for an 88 cents Doge on Twitter. We even have Calio, the famous Twitter trader, calling for $1.46 Doge. So, you know, could this be the next big meme pump? Doge get its feelings hurt from the Shib run? We will see. Alright, we got 4 watching now, just starting the stream here. If you could hit those likes, that would be fan-frickin-tastic. Hope everyone's having a nice Thursday evening. Let's watch Doge rocket to the moon here. Anybody out there holding loop ring right now? It's up 43%. Jiminy Christmas. We got a big Bitcoin flash crash that brought everything down, including Doge today. Some fat finger mistake by some idiot trader, but you know, we're bouncing back. Not affecting us one bit. People just getting off work, buying their Doge. We see those green candles. Thank you very much. How's everyone's bags holding up this evening? Alright, smash up those likes if you want Doge to hit 40 cents tonight. Or at least 35 cents. Hey Bobby, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, we will see. I'm not too certain about Doge either, but some bigger brains than I am think it's gonna run here. But we'll see. How was your day? Do you have work tonight again? Jackal, how we doing? I know, right? Good old-fashioned dogfight between the OG Dogecoin and the new entrant Shiba. Good old-fashioned dogfight. Yeah, Dogecoin answering back today in a strong way, up 23%. Shib down 14%, not too bad. I think we'd be looking a lot better if it wasn't for that fat finger freaking Bitcoin flash crash today. Some dumb trader just hit the sell button way too many times. Completely rugged the entire market. All right, Bobby says, good to see you too. I'm still in profit with Shiba, even though they're down in percentage, lol. And yep, I gotta be up at 3 a.m. again. Oh man, 3 a.m., that is rough. But good to see you're still in profit with Shiba. I don't think Shiba's run is done quite yet. I think this meme coin pump is going to help both of them. Yeah, there's a flash crash at about, I think it was about noon today, where Bitcoin fell to about 57,000 within 10 minutes and liquidated like close to 45 million people, or $45 million worth of volume within like 5 to 10 minutes, and it dropped the entire market, and things were looking a lot better. I think Dogecoin was at something like 32 cents, 33 cents, and then the flash crash came and brought that one down, and same with Shiba and the entire market. Everything rebounded pretty well in the last few hours, but yeah, if it wasn't for that, I think the market would be looking even better today. But yeah, it was pretty hectic. I went to lunch, came back, and things went from like 63 or whatever to 57 very quickly. It was very eventful. Getting a couple of green candles here. Jackal, your Matic is looking good today, up 15%. That thing just keeps pumping. Yeah, I have an HNT or helium miner on the way. The thing that I don't love about them is they outsource all of their hardware, at least right now. So I ordered mine from Bobcat, and I swear I ordered it like 5 months ago, and I emailed them the other day and said, like, what is the deal? Can you just like send me my money back, or send me my Bobcat miner? And they're like, yeah, it's it's still going to be another month because we're so back ordered. So I mean, it's I'm excited to see how it works and just kind of test it out. But I think it was $550 that I just kind of like put on the line for that. Some random Chinese company. I had to send them USDC. So super sketch, but yeah, it just takes forever to get the darn things. But they seem very profitable once you get them, assuming you're in a good like hotspot area. Let me see, Bobby. Oh yeah, so yeah, that was kind of the story with the flash crash today. Mining, I think pays off if you're mining the right coin with the right miner at the right time. I think helium right now is kind of the best miner for your dollar, but the thing is, there's so many mining rigs coming on the market. Like once I get mine, I think there's going to be like another probably 500,000 people that have them by then, and the less miners there are, the more your profits are, because they have a distribution of like, I think something like 1 million coins per month or 1 million coins per day or week or something like that. But the more miners there are, the more diluted those payouts get. And they have a halving every 2 years, I believe it is, and they just had a halving in August. So that brings down the earnings as well. So the people that have their miners right now are loving it and making great profits. Like if you watch the Voss Coin channel on YouTube, he's got one, makes plenty of profit. I think it paid itself off in like 2 or 3 weeks or something like that. But who knows if that's going to be the case in, a few months from now, especially if helium goes down in price. So it's kind of a gamble, but really interesting project, like one of those like use cases that actually is getting a ton of traction, and a lot of Silicon Valley investment. But I thought it was very bullish too that they were investing in the actual coin and not like an equity investment, which you see a lot of these projects doing, or these projects raising from VCs, where the VCs will invest in the actual LLC or the company as opposed to the actual token. So yeah, Andreessen Horowitz getting involved there, I think, is very bullish. Yeah, and I actually like mined Litecoin back in the day, like way back in the day, back when you could do it with your computer and stuff. But I haven't really gotten into it since like the ASIC revolution has happened, just because I'm basically not smart enough to do all that, and don't really have the time. So I've just kind of bought the currencies as opposed to mining them. But if you're mining the right coin, like I think right now people mining Sia coin are probably making the best profits. So if you have the right miner at the right time, I think you can do well. But yeah, it's a big headache. And I know Jackal and myself, we even mine those stupid things on our phone, like the bees and the pi tokens, just to kind of get a feeling for all the different projects and what they have to offer. But yeah, mining in general, I think is good, profitable for sure. But yeah, it's a big upfront investment, and then you just got to be patient too, and also technically sophisticated enough to figure it all out. Jackal says the hotspot I checked in my area were offline and only rewarded 1 to 2 HNT in the past 3 months. Oh wow, yeah, I like loosely. Oh god, I gotta fix the chart because it's going off the screen. Yeah, I loosely checked out just the hotspot in my area, and it didn't look too profitable. But I'm like, this is kind of like my work. I should probably at least like see what this is all about. Oh, I gotta fix the screen. It just like jumped right off the screen there. Man, yeah, Bobby, that was a green candle if I ever saw one. Jeez. I had to fix the screen there because that just like literally just jumped off the screen. We'll see. I mean, yeah, the thing, I'm not a huge fan of Dogecoin and never have been. I mean, I bought into it for the first time in my life today. Only because I don't know if you guys follow Kaleo on Twitter, Kaleo. And he's kind of like the OG, trader that made so much money in the first run up. I think he made something like $300 or $400 million in profit from just trading like insane, like stupid, crazy leverage. But he's like kind of that, chartist that really can see patterns really well and calls them out on Twitter when he sees them. And, I think he called for like $1 Doge or something like that, which, he's right a lot, but he's certainly can be wrong. But usually whatever he seems bullish on, I'm kind of like, well, whatever. I'm just gonna follow trade him, to the moon or to zero, because he seems to know the charts a lot better than I do for sure. And Bobby says, yeah, I bought some too this morning, and yeah, I know who he is. He don't like Shiba though. Yeah, I think he's one of those traders too where like he probably doesn't like Shiba, but if it's going to make him money, he'll trade it. And and him and Su Zhu, the founder of Three Arrows Capital, he's very bullish on Dogecoin too. So, I usually feel like if I get a confirmation from 1 to 2 to 3 of those kind of like big brain investor traders that I trust, then I can at least, put some kind of money behind it, or some small, moonbag gamble on it. Plus, it's just kind of fun. Like Bobby, obviously, Shib has been really fun. I, feel like I missed that boat, and that was fun, and it would have been great to be a part of it. So, Dogecoin, almost kind of like the GME trade from the Robinhood, era. It's like, you just kind of want to be a part of it, just to have fun with it. Especially since it's something I do for a living and consumes a lot of my life. Bobby says exactly. He was one of the ones I was referring to yesterday. There's another guy that calls shots pretty well. Let me look at his name. Look his name up. He's very smart. I love crypto. Yeah, me too. Yeah, there's some really big brains out there that give a lot of alpha off on Twitter. So, that's just kind of an alpha leak there. If you can find those guys who really, know what's coming around the corner, and also, it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. If Calio or one of those big traders like Altcoin Psycho or the Altcoin Psycho bot or Suzu starts preaching a lot about something on, in interviews or on YouTube or Twitter or what have you, those things tend to pump just because everyone listens to them and everyone follow-on trades them. So, even if, Ren or Dogecoin or Solana doesn't ultimately, conquer the world, it will probably still have a pump just because all the smart money is behind it. So it's kind of like a minnow tagging onto a whale type strategy. And very similar to ACH. I got onto ACH because a few of those people, mentioned that, it's very interesting that ACH is listed on Coinbase. It has deep partnerships with Binance. Very weird that it's not on Binance. And, just playing that strategy of following the big money and saying hey, it's worth a gamble because if it ever does get listed on Binance, it's going to shoot through the roof, and all these powerful partnerships they have will probably push them up to, more than $1 billion valuation. And being such a low cap, it's worth a gamble. So, I think that's where a lot of those calls come from, is just listen to those people that are a lot smarter than I am. Doge making a little move here, Doge. That up to 30 cents and a half here. We got 8 watching right now. Stream just getting started. If you guys could hit the like button, that would be freaking fantastic. Get some more people in here. Get the community, get the group up. We got Bobby, we got Jackal up in here tonight. 2 of our favorites. Love hanging out with you guys. Looks like I spoke too soon. Doge coming down on here a little bit. I should just keep my mouth shut. Well, just got out of a virtual happy hour from work, so I'm a little buzzed. I don't know about you guys. Anyone ever had a virtual, or no, it was a virtual wine tasting happy hour. They brought in a sommelier, so I'm a little hopped up on Pinot Grigio and some weird ass wines. Jackal, what you drinking tonight? Bobby says, I was literally about to add 100 more and Doge started going down more. LOL, I want to buy in when it's low. Yeah, me too. I think, finding these coins before they're, on streams and everyone's looking at them is kind of the key. I'm a sober Sally. Oh, nice. Much better man than I am. For sure. But yeah, I think that's the key, is trying to find these guys before they completely blast off. I think that was good for our group. We were early into Matic. We've been covering Matic for 6-7 months or so, 8 months, before it went on that big run. And same with Solana. We were covering Solana when it was in its 20s and slightly earlier. So that was one big win for the channel and the group of guys that follow us and Matic too. So, hopefully Ren will be one of those in the future. REN. ACH I think could go on a run here, but yeah, it's all about just finding those big pumpers before anyone's looking at them. Jaggel's drinking some spiked iced tea with gin. Ooh, gosh, I'm always jealous of Jackal's drinks. Are just way better than mine. I'm drinking some kind of IPA right now. Let me see what it's called. I'm drinking a Pint 9. It's called Pint 9 from India Pale Ale. India Pale Ale from Pint 9 Brewing Company. Bobby says, I'm not blazed in any way. I'm going to... blazed anyway. I'm going to put the money... biased in any way. I'm going to put the money wherever there's a chance to profit. Yeah, you can either be right or you can make money. So I'm kind of in that same philosophy where, if I'm wrong about a trade or wrong about a project, I think I'd rather make money than try to be right about something. So yeah, I like that philosophy. Now we're about to jump off the screen in a bad way on the red. Trading at 29 cents, just below 30 cents here. Gonna have to fix the stream again because Dogecoin's being very volatile tonight. Nice. Bobby, what'd you put the $100 into? Oh, Doge. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I think yeah, I think it's worth $100 bet. Obviously, not financial advice, not blah blah blah. Blah. But yeah, I think it's almost a sure bet, at least in my opinion, that Dogecoin will at least hit 60 something cents again. I think eventually it's going to hit $1. I think we'll probably see resurgences and all these meme coins the same way you look at that Shiba chart, and it's like dramatically up, dramatically down, dramatically up. Just like you see with AMC and all of those kind of meme stocks where they pump up real big, then they go away, and then they pump up real big again. And like AMC did a similar thing, maybe 5, 6, 7 months ago, where it blasted off, and then a month ago it blasted off again. So I think they come in waves, and none of these ever will go away. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I think Shiba is basically the equivalent of Dogecoin from a few months ago. I mean, you don't see normal people talking about any other coin on regular social media other than Shiba. And the same thing could be said for Dogecoin, a few months ago as well. So I think at this point they're kind of interchangeable. It's just kind of like the meme stock of the day. But yeah, and I think too, I think Shiba can keep going from here, but finding that next meme phenomenon is kind of like what I'm working at and kind of the name of the game. Bobby says, remember me saying my buddy put in 4K to Shiba a month ago? And with Shiba down, he has it at, oh my gosh, 60K. Yeah, a guy I work with, he put in 500 and now it's up to 8,000. $56,000 profit in 30 days. That is just nuts. Yeah, those are the kind of gains you only see in crypto. That is insane. And just the fact that you could have put in $8,000, whatever, back in last August and turned that into $5.7 billion. It's just kind of a nutty market we're in. But I think that's kind of my new strategy, is putting small bets into a whole lot of things and just never touching them. And no matter how high they go, just let it ride. Because you gotta respect the pump. That is one rule I've learned from a couple cycles here, is respect the pump. Bobby says, I love seeing it and hearing about it. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's great to hear those, because I have a friend too who's sitting on like 150 Bitcoin, because I mean, he got in like 2013, 14 or so, and he sold a lot of Bitcoin on the way, but you know, he's still sitting on a bag of like 150 Bitcoin, which is just nuts. And the kid's like 3 or 4 years younger than I am. So yeah, it's great to hear those stories, and it just makes you like want to stay in the game for a lot longer. Bobby says, no pump and dump, just stick with it, and long-term gains will be rewarding. Yep. Yeah, that's certainly the case. And Jackal says, that's why the Fed is so threatened by crypto. Yeah, because you just have all these people making so much money. I think it just, you know, it's one of those things too where the Fed and the government is all a bunch of old, you know, white guys, and they see a lot of these young people in their 30s and 20s making millions and billions of dollars, and just creating a whole new class and disrupting the whole system. And that's just something that they, you know, feel like they need to clamp down on. Yeah, Doge is very indecisive tonight, kind of bouncing all over the chart. All right, if you're new to the stream, you could hit the likes. It looks like we only have a handful of likes so far. Had a whole bunch of viewers come in and out tonight. But yeah, if you could hit those likes, that would be fantastic. Looks like we got about 9 or 10 people watching right now. Let's get some more people in here. We got Jackal and Bobby hanging out tonight. Bobby says another buddy of his was actually raided by the local police because they thought he was up to no good, but it was crypto cash. Oh wow, crazy. Yeah, it's kind of nuts that crypto still has that kind of cachet, even though, you know, there's commercials with Tom Brady, you know, pitching FTX. We got one with Matt Damon coming out for crypto.com. So it's going so mainstream and, you know, becoming more and more of a popular thing. But still, I think a lot of, you know, like older lawmakers see it as, you know, a way to pay for drugs or circumvent taxes or something. All right, we got 10 viewers, 10, 11 viewers now. Hit those likes if you're just coming in. If you're a Dogecoin fan, if you're holding some Dogecoin, let us know in the chat. We got Bobby, we got Jackal hanging out tonight. Jackal and Bobby down in Texas. Hanging out down in Texas, probably got way better weather than I do. Jackal says, and Celsius is offering 1% loans when you put your crypto up for collateral. That's awesome. And all they see, Bobby says, all they see was nice cars and everything. Come to find out they were very wrong. Exactly. Yeah, Jackal. Yeah, I need to get it a Celsius. I don't have a Celsius account yet, but I've kind of been putting a decent amount of stable coins and crypto into BlockFi, and love BlockFi because they're a partner. Use the links in the description, yada yada. But I feel like I want to hedge my bets a little bit and use a little bit of everything. So I think Celsius is the next one that I'm going to use, because I know I'm getting up to that point where, you know, you don't make any more in APY past, I think it's 40K on BlockFi. So you make 9% APY on your USDC or cash on BlockFi up to 40,000, and after that I think it's like 8% APY. So I kind of want to like spread my bets out across Celsius, BlockFi, Crypto.com, Nexo, all the other kind of like yield plays. Because you never know if one of them gets, I mean, like worst case scenario, one of them goes out of business, one of them gets hacked, but you know, it's nice to have that pretty guaranteed, you know, APY. And then if something happens to a Nexo or one of the smaller players, I don't think anything would happen to a Celsius or a BlockFi. I mean, it would be a very rare edge case scenario. I think Gemini, Coinbase, and BlockFi would all have to go out of business for you to lose your money using BlockFi, and probably similar to Celsius. Jackal saying we had a cold front blow through today. Lows are in the 40s. Oh, I feel so sad for you. That's 40s. You probably have to like wear a coat now and stuff. It's terrible. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's actually like 40s here in Nebraska, and raining. It's been raining nonstop for the past like 72 hours. But yeah, 40s, that's tough. And Cosmos 5% APY. Yeah, Coinbase even has Cosmos 5% APY, so it makes it a lot easier just to sit on your Cosmos in Coinbase. Same with Tezos. Tezos is 5%. Algorand's 4%. I think Ethereum's 5% on Coinbase. But yeah, I love those APYs. And I think BlockFi is similar. BlockFi is Ethereum 5%, Bitcoin 4.5%. And BlockFi even has like basic attention token, or the BAT token, and Uniswap and Chainlink. Rainy there. Oh no, yeah, Bobby's in Indiana. For some reason I was thinking Bobby was in Texas. Jackal says that's what I'm trying to do, is build my portfolio and stack some stable coins and earn that 9% APY. Yeah, I love that. Like just throwing cash into those BlockFis and just making that, you know, income every month. Yeah, I mean, it's just something you could never do even a year ago in like an old-fashioned account, or old-fashioned like traditional bank. Yeah, Bobby, if you want, definitely use the link in my description, because you get, I think when you sign up, you get up to $250 worth of free Bitcoin when you use the link in my description. Total shield to BlockFi. And then I think with the credit card, you get 3.5% APY for the first 3 months if you use that link. I don't think it's on this video, but it's on like just the general description. But yeah, BlockFi is cool, and you can totally sign up without using that link, but I know you do get like a special bonus or whatever. So BlockFi, yeah, they actually, so like you hear a lot about like funding rates and things like that. So essentially the easiest way to describe it is like people who take out loans, like Jackal was saying, you take a 1% loan, or, you know, traders, they work with Gemini and Coinbase to essentially lend out crypto. So like when those leverage people get liquidated, how they use that leverage is basically by borrowing your crypto for a very high percentage APY and then paying that back. And if they can't pay it back, then you're basically getting your money when they get leveraged, or if they just, you know, pay it back in interest. So a lot of it is just because crypto is so volatile that these traders will pay a lot to borrow your crypto to be able to leverage long Bitcoin, leverage short Bitcoin. So you're kind of getting paid because BlockFi is loaning your Bitcoin out, or loaning your USDC or your Tether out to these traders because they want to go like super long on some, degen thing on Bitfinex or Gemini or some trading platform. But that's kind of how it works. Jackal says, plus it gives access to cash to buy dips when they happen. Yeah, exactly. Yep. But and it takes out the middleman like you would have in a traditional bank. So how often does it pay you back? Actually, it pays you back literally every day. Like I'll go in and check, or actually it pays you at the end of the month, but you'll see like the amount that you accrue every single day. Like I'll go into BlockFi and it'll be like, I think with mine, it'll be like, oh, you earned $9 on your USDC today, or $8.56. So it'll update every 24 hours. I think at like 9 o'clock. So then that's like what you have to be paid out at the end of the month. So like right now, I think my interest or whatever is like $350 for the month, just between, but it puts everything together. So it's like your APY and your USDC, your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, everything. But yeah, it's pretty amazing because like, it definitely adds up, and then it just compounds too over time. So like, say you make $300 in interest off however much you have, or say you make $100 in interest off of whatever you have in your BlockFi, it just puts that back in your BlockFi, and then the next month compounds that $100, over and over. So it's pretty cool. And Bobby says, can you access your wallet from another app, or do you have to add cash? Yeah, you actually have to transfer your Bitcoin or your Tether or your USDC into BlockFi. And I just kind of use BlockFi almost like a Coinbase, because it's the same thing where you don't really pay any fees, but you kind of get screwed on volume, or you get screwed on the spread, basically. So you're basically paying fees, but not really. But it's kind of like my account where I'm just going to hold stuff for a very long time anyway, so I don't really care. But yeah, I had a lot of my Bitcoin in like Coinbase and just funneled that over to BlockFi because I wasn't making any interest in Coinbase. And then put a lot of my, just stuff that was in my savings account in my bank into BlockFi, because I think I was only making like 0.02% in my bank. And then with BlockFi, you make 9% or 8.5% this month, and then next month, our account rep told us it's going up to 9%, which is huge. But yeah, didn't mean for this to be like a BlockFi shill, but yeah, if you are going to use BlockFi, definitely use those links somewhere in my description or profile, because those get you some free Bitcoin. I think you can make up to $250 worth of free Bitcoin when you sign up using that link. But yeah, like it's a sponsor that like I actually use, and probably one of the only sponsors that I would do for free, just because I think it actually is so worthwhile. So, but it was like a perfect partnership because, it's like exactly what, if I was going to pitch something, it's definitely what I would be pitching. Bobby says, now are you able to move that money in BlockFi, or does it stake it for a certain amount of time? Actually, no, you can move it in and out. The only issue I had was like when I tried to buy my freaking Bobcat miner, the only USDC I had was in my BlockFi, so I was like, oh, I'll just transfer this USDC out to this, BlockFi or whatever, this Bobcat miner address. And I didn't realize that BlockFi takes 72 hours or like 3 business days to transfer. So the only thing that sucks about BlockFi is if you want to send money really fast to another wallet address, which actually is pretty good, because if somebody like completely rugs you or completely steals your account and they want to take all your funds out of your account, it's going to take them 3 days to do it, and a bunch of emails from BlockFi saying like, hey, is this you moving this money out of your account? So it's secure in that sense where, if someone's going to like take your money, it's not like a traditional wallet where they can just take your wallet and, if they hack you or something, they're going to move it out of your wallet. So that's kind of the only drawback, is it takes like 3 days for the funds to go through. So if like you're in a crunch and you're like, oh shoot, I need to move like $5,000 back into my regular, checking account because I got to pay for some bill or something, it's going to take 3 days. But you're pretty safe that that if someone hacks your account, it's also going to take 3 days for them to steal those funds from you. And by that time, BlockFi is going to send you like 10 emails saying like, hey, we're sending this money out. Can you double check that this is you? Yeah, I think BlockFi is pretty secure. I mean, they're for sure the most secure of any of those players. Them and Celsius are like the two most secure. And BlockFi, I think, is probably the most secure just because it's US based. I'm not really sure if Celsius is US based. I'm sure they probably are. But they're backed by like Coinbase, Gemini, Coinbase. I think they own a pretty significant percentage. And then like Andreessen Horowitz, some huge name investors have huge stakes in them. So I think for you to like lose your USDC or because Gemini, the Winklevoss twins, they custody portions of it, and then so does Coinbase. So I think technically for you to completely get rugged by BlockFi, in the worst case scenario, I think Gemini and the Winklevoss twins would have to go out of business, and also Coinbase. But I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the scenario where for you to lose your funds with BlockFi, those two entities would also have to be in really bad shape or something. But yeah, Bobby says definitely going to use your link and download it in the next day or so. Yeah. But yeah, I would use that link. I mean, I get something back. And then also, you get I think it's up to $250,000 or $250 in Bitcoin. I think you usually get like 25 or $50 or something like that, but I mean, might as well. And then the credit card's cool too. I mean, I've just been using that lately. You get like 3% back in Bitcoin, but yeah, I really enjoy working with BlockFi, and the people there are cool to work with too. But like really easy in terms of like sponsors, because like I've worked with a lot of different sponsors, and a lot of times they're very like shilly and annoying, and but they're BlockFi is very much about like your audience and providing the best content and seamless and stuff. So it's not like so much like use this Bybit link, Bybit. Yeah, free money can't go wrong. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people see like an 8.5% or 9% APY and they just think there's got to be a catch. But I mean, yeah, I mean, in the kind of market that we're in, where people will pay a lot to borrow, Tether or Bitcoin, it makes all the sense in the world, and you might as well take advantage of it while you can. And it's a way to kind of play in the DeFi world without having to really risk your money and complete rug pulls. So it's kind of like taking a little risk off the table. You're probably not making the 20 to 50 to 100% that you might if you're getting into some liquidity pools in DeFi. But I'll take 9% APY all day long for the security. Bobby says I need to understand how the NFT and all other terms work. It took me 3 months to convince myself to invest in crypto. I'm still new to this. Yeah, I'm the same way. NFT is a whole ball of wax that I'm too old and too lazy to really dig into. But I mean, the people that are just in it all day long, like my buddy who literally is just sitting on a whole bunch of Bitcoin, and this is all he does all day long, is he just, goes on OpenSea and is in all the discords and knows everything about every creator, and it makes a good amount of money trading NFTs, but you really have to be doing it like all day long and almost be like a art curator, basically. Bobby said, I'd love to get into day trading too, if I could bring in enough to pay bills, and some just need to learn how to read charts and everything. Still, yeah, I mean, yeah, day trading stuff, I did it for a while and it was fairly profitable, but for me, it's just like so much stress. Like, you can get good at it, you can get good at scalping. For me, like, I'm just not the right temperament for it. But yeah, you can certainly do well that way. And there's people like Calio, and I think we talked about Altcoin Psycho, Trader Main, and some other guys on YouTube that, and even Nebraska Gooner, my fellow Nebraska guy here. His stream's pretty good too. But yeah, I think once you learn like the fundamentals, Fibonacci levels, Bollinger Bands, you're basically playing the numbers, and over time you'll win like 60% of the time. But yeah, you have to be, again, same with NFTs trading, you have to be in it all day long, nonstop, and be, looking at charts, all day long. So, but yeah, I'm tend to be more of a fundamentals guy and more of a buy and hold than just play the opportunities as they arise. But yeah, my brother runs a hedge fund. He's more commodities and stuff, but yeah, it's a definitely a good living once you get really good at it. Yeah, and I mean, even if you ask a lot of these traders in crypto, the buy and hold strategy is just as profitable. Because I can't remember who I was talking to. It was like a big time trader that's pretty much all they do was they trade in and out, in and out. They made a lot of money, but they have friends too that have also just been buying and bought Bitcoin and held it when they all got into crypto at the same time. And I think the people that even bought and hold and just didn't do anything and live their life normally ended up either making as much money or more money. So in the long term, I think you're just better buying and holding, but it's certainly more fun to trade, and every once in a while you'll have an opportunity, like a Shiba, that you can capitalize on. Bobby says everything Doge makes a little move. Every time Doge makes a little move, goes right back down. Yeah. It seems like it's pumping, and then it'll just revert back to the mean. But kind of staying within those Bollinger Bands here. Probably right now a little overbought. Yeah, we'll probably start to see a red candle here as it goes below the mean line here in the Bollinger Bands. I'll get that red candle here in a second. Bobby says, from what you're seeing on the chart, is it a good, bad sign, or even the last 24-hour chart? I would say Dogecoin is looking very bullish. Shib, obviously not as much just because it came down today, but overall the market structure for Shib looks bullish. You can't really look at that and say it doesn't, but yeah, see like with Doge, get a retreat back to the mean, breaks the mean line there, and probably will continue to go down. And my guess would that red candle will, almost hit the blue line. But overall, long term, I think both are here to stay. Whether they stay at these levels, I think right now we're certainly at kind of a fever pitch in the market where you can capitalize on these things. I wouldn't completely buy and hold Doge or even Shib for forever here, but I think you can certainly make good money trading the momentum if you're good at that. I'm not as good at that, but even in the short term here, it was pretty obvious there that Doge was going to crack the mean and go down a little bit. And then from here, we'll probably get a wick down even further. Yep. And about to hit the bottom part of the Bollinger Band. And then should get a green here and pop back up in a perfect world, or it could just fall through. But most likely you'll get a green candle after the minute closes here, and then you'll see a revert back to the mean, or not. Yeah, actually I'll probably break that and keep going down. Yep. Probably too long. Yeah, I've been working in finance for about 15, 16 years. But yeah, definitely too long. And it never really gets easier. The stream though, or the YouTube channel, only since March or April. Yeah, it's definitely addicting, for sure. Yeah, and that's why I think it's funny too, because I remember when all the Robinhood stuff was happening and GME was going nuts, and they're worried about people getting addicted to Robinhood, and there was some hedge fund trader, or hedge fund manager, billionaire, that went on CNBC and was like, well, yeah, if you're not addicted to it, there's no way you can make money at it, because it's all these hedge fund billionaires. The only reason they're billionaires and make a crazy ton of money is because they're addicted to charts and addicted to the market. So yeah, it's definitely an addiction, but I think it's could certainly be a healthy addiction, because no matter what you do, for your life or for your profession, if you're doing it all day, it's much better if you're addicted to it than if you're just completely bored with it. All right, we'll see a big green candle here most likely.